So we'll have a look at the committees that are present in this conference. We have 7 committees, 4 standing committees and 3 ad hoc committees. The 4 standing committees are the Standing Committee on Healthcare, which will deliberate upon the equitable distribution of vaccines. The Standing Committee on Finance, which will deliberate upon post-COVID-19 economy. We have the Standing Committee on Security and Law Enforcement, which will deliberate upon countering global terrorism and civil unrest. Then we have the Standing Committee on Environmental Affairs, which will talk about the contemporary global environmental crisis. Regarding the one-day ad hoc committees, we have the Ad hoc Committee on Culture and Heritage, which will talk about combating cultural homogenization and promoting cultural integration. We have the Ad hoc Committee on Social Justice and Human Rights, which will be drafting a global plan of action against discrimination. We then have an ad hoc committee on education, which will frame a global plan of which will frame the global education policy for the year 2021 to 22. Maybe move to the next slide, please. Now I would like to introduce our wonderful parliamentary board members. For the Standing Committee on Healthcare, we have Maureen Thangavelu, Aryavir Singh, and Vinodini Priya as the moderator, adjudicator, and rapporteurs respectively. For the Standing Committee on Finance, we have Kavin Pillai, Smita Singh, and Maitri Dand. For the Standing Committee on Security and Law Enforcement, we have Mukul Acharya, Trisha Bagga, and Soha Chachad. For the Standing Committee on Environment, we have Chintya Sudhanto, Ojaswa Charag, and Ashish Virabomma. For the Ad hoc Committee on Education, we have Bharat Priyan, Nicolas Banzuelo, and Aryan Kunder. For the Ad hoc Committee on Culture and Heritage, we have Neena Kalazani, Adrija Jana, and Melody. For the Ad hoc Committee on Social Justice and Human Rights, we have Megan Low, Arya Shegde, and Kaushiki Ishwar. May we have the next slide, please? Now, an introduction to our wonderful coordinating commission, people who have joined hands together and who have significantly contributed to the possibility of this event. We have the departmental head for academics and parliamentary board affairs, Kaushiki Ishwar. We have the departmental head for academics and participant affairs, Adrija Jana. The departmental head for marketing, Sanjida Akhtar. Departmental head for charged affairs, Devasmita Mandal. Our legal advisor, Sohan B. Katri Halimat. Our marketing advisor, Krishna Purohit. Our academic advisor, Goran Sharora. Our associate executive for participant affairs, Khushi Motwani. Associate executive for logistics, Pushkar Bhudke. Crisis director, Arya Shegde. Now I would like to request the screen to be shared again. So before we move towards the end of the opening ceremony, this is just a glimpse of what's happening across the world. Our friends in Germany today, while we are having a conference, they are organizing a demonstration in front of the Brandenburg Gate in Berlin. So we have members from the Young World Federalists, from the Young European Federalists, and Democracy Without Borders convening over here. And we're also expecting a couple of more events in Berlin as such. Apart from that, we have events happening in Japan. We have a webinar going on in Japan. We have WWP East Africa that's being organized by one of the YWF volunteers, Kennedy. And we also have events in Philippines and as well as in New Zealand. So do check out the social media pages of the Young World Federalists and of the Week for World Parliament for further information. Could we please have the next slide? So with this, I, Omkar Patnaik, the Chief Coordinator of WWP India Model World Parliament, formally declare the conference open. Best of luck to all the delegates.